What's up, guys? MeatyLock here, and today we are playing some Scrap Mechanic. So, welcome to the beautiful world of Scrap Mechanic. It's going to be really cool. I've already seen, I just actually saw an email where I got this, so thank you very much to the devs of this game for hitting me up and giving me a copy. It will be out January 20th for everyone on Steam. So, this game, I've been watching some videos of it from the developers, and it looks really good. I've been hyped about it for a while, and I've been wanting to play it. So, if you guys can imagine a world where Minecraft, kind of like, you can kind of build things any way you want. So, this is kind of like a voxel game like that, but also has like mechanical... I don't know how to describe it. You can just pretty much build whatever you want. If you want to make a hover machine, you can. If you want to make elevators or helicopters or cars, like, you can do that. That's why I think this game is going to be really cool. Now, I'm jumping the gun a little bit. We haven't even started playing, but I just want to give you a basic premise of what this game is. Imagine like infinite possibilities of being able to make mechanical like contraptions. You can make whatever you want. And I'm really excited about playing it. So I haven't really played too much of it yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go away. I'm going to play with it a little bit, build a couple machines, and we're going to kind of like cover the basics of the game, how it works, and, you know, maybe just build some cool contraptions. So hopefully you enjoy it. If you're excited about this series, then make sure to go and click the like button. I'd really appreciate it. Help me out tremendously. And I will see you guys here in a second. Okay, we're back. So I figured what we do is build our first car together. Now, this is probably one of the most basic contraptions you're going to make, and probably the easiest way to get around if you want to explore the world a little bit. So I've made a car. Now, the thing is there's a bunch of rotors and bearings and stuff. I've been messing with it a little bit. I actually tried to build a more complicated vehicle, but I couldn't quite get to work. But I think I finally figured it out after messing with it for a little bit. So it's on my lift right now. Every player gets one lift, and you can use it to kind of like start building your contraptions. And what happens is when it's on the lift, your contraptions actually don't obey like physics or whatever. They're kind of like frozen. They don't move. They don't do anything. But as soon as you remove the lift, they kind of turn into like this free moving object that you've created. So this is perfect for like things like helicopters or, you know, cars or whatever else you're trying to build. So the first thing is we actually have some rotors behind each of these wheels. If we remove this wheel, you can see there's these little rotor things, and there's actually a rotor up in between this block right here. Let me go. I'll remove this and show you. There's a rotor right here. Now this is actually to turn the wheels. So you need to place a rotor like this to turn the wheels left to right. So each of these guys have it. So I'm gonna go ahead and place this block right here. Right click removes the block. Left click places the block. So we're gonna place a rotor right there. Then a wheel right there. Nice. Let me go ahead and lower this lift. You lower it with your arrow keys. Let's get up here. We're going to place a driver's seat. I'm going to place it just right there. We're going to place an engine as well. So you need a driver's seat to obviously turn stuff and an engine to power things. And this can actually be used it doesn't even have to be wheels. You can use this to turn... You could place a driver's seat to make a drawbridge, and the driver's seat can lower and raise the drawbridge or gates and stuff. Like, you can use all this stuff to make all kinds of different cool contraptions. There's also zip lines in this, or not zip lines, but like you can make like bars that things slide across. It's kind of cool. It's kind of like zip lines. So what I want to do is I'm going to show you guys how to do this. So we have this tool right here, and this is actually the connect tool. So this is how you connect steering to rotors, power to rotors, stuff like that. This is how you connect everything. You can connect switches to different things and things like that. So let's go ahead. We're going to put steering on. Okay, so I've rebuilt this thing. I keep accidentally right-clicking and delete stuff. I don't know. I'm just going to have to get used to the game, I guess. Anyways, we're going to connect this. So we want to connect the steering to the ones that move left to right here. So let's go ahead and connect these guys up, so it'll go right there. As you can see, this turns left. It turns kind of counterclockwise right here. So we want to make sure that all the ones turn the exact same direction, and they're good. So yeah, that turns counterclockwise as well. Let's go and connect these guys back here. And all I'm doing is dragging with this tool from this little point, and then I left click and drag it, you know, over here. So that's actually pretty cool. Now the engine, we're going to do the same thing, except we want the engine to turn the wheel. So we're going to connect it right there. Let's go ahead and do all these guys. Boom. And this is pretty much how you connect basic machinery and how the game kind of basically functions on a very primitive level, so to speak. So yeah, there we go. Also, I want to keep in mind that this is like early beta. This is like beta or early access or whatever. So the game is definitely going to have some bugs. I haven't really encountered it yet, but I haven't played enough. So yeah, there we go. So these are all turning the same direction. Now my question is, if I get in this, can I actually turn the wheels yet? No, I need to remove this from the lift. So let's go ahead and remove the lift. I think we're decently okay to do that. Let's get back up here. Now let's turn the wheels. Do they all turn the same direction? So now actually I'm pressing the left. I'm pressing A right now, and they're turning right. So I need to actually reverse all of these guys. So you can press right click on these guys, and it's going to turn change the rotational direction for everything. And we also want to make sure that these are going forward, because that's the front right there. So we need to change the direction of all these wheels as well. Let's just go ahead and do that, and then we want this to go forward as well. Actually, that was already going forward. That's going forward as well, and I think this is good. Is this good right here? No, that is not good. Okay. So if we get back in here now, we should be able to, yeah, I'm pressing left or A, and it's going left. I'm doing that, and then, yeah, that kind of stuff. So the last thing we need to do is we actually need to connect the engine. No, oh my God. Okay, we need to connect the engine to the driver's seat. So this actually connects the two. So we can get in now, and we should be good. Now, the engine is on very low power. Now, what happens if you don't connect the engine to the driver's seat? This guy just automatically moves by itself. So if you want to build contraptions that actually move 24/7 without any sort of input, well, you can also use like a button input as well, or a toggle switch or whatever. If we look right here, we have a button press, so this would run as long as I press the button, and then this is a toggle switch, so every time I press it, it's either in an on or off state. So yeah, kind of like a lever in Minecraft or whatever. So yeah, now it's connected to this. This is kind of our switch to give it power. So we can press E on the engine, and we can give a specific power level. I'm going to put it on 2, I think. Yeah, let's put it on 2. That should be fine. So now every time I get in the driver's seat, I can just press forward, and it's going to start going. Then I can press backwards, and it's going to start going backwards and that kind of stuff. So now it's a functional vehicle. Not a very fast vehicle. Also, having those 2 back wheels right there make it so it can't really turn very well. So what we can do is we can actually disconnect these guys if we really wanted it. So I can disconnect that, and I don't want that. Boom, I can disconnect that. I can bump up the power a little bit if I want to. Not at 4. We'll put it on 3. There we go. And then let's come back here. Yeah, and then there we go. Now we have a functioning vehicle. Yeah, guys. There's also a bunch of other cool stuff you can do in vehicles, too. Like if I press I, you can add suspension. So right now there's no suspension, which means I'm going to be bouncing everywhere. It's going to be very hard hits and stuff like that. But you can add 2 different types of suspension. You can add a sport suspension, which is probably to make like turns and stuff better. It's probably a little tighter. Then this is kind of like off-road suspension. So, you know, if I want to climb a mountain, stuff like that. Now, these are just rotors and engines. You can actually make thrusters, put thrusters on cars, and do all kinds of crazy stuff right like that. Looks like, oh, wow, look, I'm spinning out majorly. Maybe because I don't have any weight on the back. I think weight actually plays a mechanic in this game. So look at this. Yeah, this is actually... Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm gonna oh, look, that back left wheel right there is completely screwed right now. What the heck? Go the right direction, you stupid. So yeah, I'm going to pause it. I just kind of wanted to explain the basics of this game a little bit. I'm going to pause it. We're going to play with some other things, and I will be back. I kind of want to play with thrusters a little bit. I think that would be really cool. Like, how cool would it be to have, like, a hover vehicle? Not necessarily a flying vehicle, just, like, a hover vehicle. I think that would be really cool. But, yeah, I'm going to mess with some stuff, and I will be right back. Actually, I was thinking I should probably fix this, right? So, the reason it's doing this is because I have the rotor right there, or the bearing, and it's actually causing it to spin. Whenever we don't want the back wheels to spin at all, we just want them to provide power. So, we can actually just place this back in a lift. So, let's just place that, put it on a lift. Boom, it is now on a lift, so we can go ahead and just kind of like remove these bearings that are right here. Now, my question is, can I just remove this directly? No, I have to like completely redo this right here. Yeah, let's, I don't know. Yeah, I guess I can't actually just directly remove it, can I? No, it doesn't seem like that's actually a thing. Let's just go ahead and remove all these guys. Come on, no, I want you to remove, not change directions. I need you to remove. I need you to remove, and then we're going to lift this up, and we're going to kind of like redo the system a little bit, and it should be a much better car. Now, I did play with the suspension a little bit, and you need to make sure if you make a big like creation, you need to have like a lot of suspension, or I mean like physics kind of play a part. You know, like the physics of the game. So if you have a lot of heavy parts, then it's going to cause it to kind of like bottom out. Like, so let's say, for example, the back part of the car has more suspension than the front. The back part might be lifted up while the front could be slamming the ground, you know, stuff like that. So, you know, it kind of makes sense, which I think is really cool. I'm really excited about the potential of this game. I feel like this game could definitely be really awesome. And they could add all kinds of mechanics that just completely changes the way the game functions. You know, like on a basic level, you know, like they could just add anything. And I think that's really cool. So let's just go ahead and re-add these wheels right here. Boom. And then, boom, there we go. Let's go ahead and re-lower this. So now it doesn't have any sort of rotating, so the back wheels can't rotate. So let's remove this guy. Let's make sure we do not get crushed. Let's get on top of this guy. Is it possible for me to get on top of this? I might have to build like a staircase on the side. Actually, I saw like the devs. They built like a big wagon-crete thing, and it like the top raised up, and then stairs dropped down, and then whenever they got all in, like the stairs raised up, and the top dropped back down, and you can do all kinds of cool things in this game. It's really neat. Okay, so now we need to reconnect these guys to right there, boom, and then to right there. And then we need to make sure these are spinning the right way. That is, and then that is not. Let's just go ahead and change that. And then there we go. Okay, so now we should be able to actually get inside of this, and it should work now. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so this is definitely much better. We're learning how to make basic vehicles and cars in this game, and I love the graphics. The graphics are actually pretty good. They're pretty neat. And see, this is kind of like a little slidey. It's a little weird. You know, it might have to do with like how long my vehicle is and how many wheels I have and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm brand new to this game. I don't really know much about it. I'm sure people here in a few months will be like, oh my God, me, you don't know how to use basic mechanics as scrap mechanic. You suck. And I'm going to comment on that and be like, yes, I do suck. I suck major. Oh no, and I flipped. Okay. Yeah, you can flip. So obviously my car is not very well balanced. See, if I had suspension, I would probably be be less likely to actually flip. So we might play with suspension mechanics next. Okay, for example, let's say we want this to have a little bit wider of a stance so it's less likely to flip. That's probably a good bet. I'm just guessing here. So I built these guys up. We're going to add some suspension to this and see exactly how it works. Now, I guess I'm not really sure where I want to stick the rotors, but I was thinking maybe we could go out a couple blocks here and kind of have the wheels off. Now, I was thinking about doing 2 wheels per thing, but one thing you have to keep in mind is each of these engines can only power 4 rotors at one time. I don't know how many things the seat can do, but I'm assuming it's probably 4 as well. I could be wrong on that. So if you want to do more than 4 wheels on any creation or more than 4 rotors, you have to use multiple engines, at least as far as I can tell. So we're going to bring this guy out a little bit. Let's just go ahead, and then we probably want to add some suspension. So let me grab this. We could either do sport suspension or off-road suspension. I guess it doesn't really matter, to be honest. I'm guessing one is shorter than the other. So let's just go ahead. We'll grab some off-road suspension. Let me stick it. No, I didn't want to stick it right there. Let me re-grab the tire. There's also multiple different types of tires. There's heavyweight and then medium weight. This is a big wheel. This is it says a heavy wheel. I don't know. I guess this one is probably pretty big. Let's go ahead and grab this. I wonder if they affect the speed. Like the more weight you have on a vehicle, it might be slower and stuff like that. So yeah, this is the big wheel. Let's just see how big. Oh wow, that's a really big wheel. Holy crap. We'll roll with that, actually. We'll roll with that. Let me go and stick a spring right there. Yes. We'll stick a spring right there. Boom. Boom. There we go. And then we'll do this right there. And then we'll go ahead and stick a thingy. We'll stick a block right here. And the reason I'm sticking a block right here is because I think the rotors can only attach to block. So I could have stuck a rotor up there and spin the whole spring, or I can just spin the tire part. So we're going to stick a rotor right there. There we go. Boom. Rotor right there on each of the bottom parts. Then we're going to stick a block underneath of these guys. Yes. See, I'm learning now to play a little bit. And this is definitely a really cool game. I'm definitely enjoying myself. We're going to stick a thing right there. This is what's going to determine the rotation of the wheels right here. These bearings or rotors or whatever they call. What are they called? I'm calling them wrong thing, aren't I? They're bearings. Okay, they're bearings. So then we're going to stick a wheel right there. Boom. Wow, those are big wheels. those are freaking big wheels. We might have to bump up the speed on this. I'm not sure. I don't know if like rotational mass is kind of like a thing. So yeah, there we go. So we have this should actually be a thing now. So let's go ahead and lower it. Let's get on here, and then we're going to go ahead and reconnect all of these guys up real quick. So these guys are already connected. So we want to give power to all 4 of the wheels. So let's just go ahead and do that. You got to make sure you connect to the right thing, or you're going to start spinning this in a circle like a freaking helicopter. And I wonder if, I know there's thrusters, but I wonder if you can spin a block in a helicopter thing if it actually produces lift. You know what I mean? I wonder if that's a thing. I'm excited about playing with stuff like that in the future. And if you guys are really excited about the series and want to see some more episodes and maybe some more like just experimentation, then I would totally be down for that. I think this is going to be a very, very fun series. Let's go ahead and reconnect these guys right there. Whoa. Whoa. I don't know what's going on, but there we go. Then we will connect that guy right there, and then this guy right there we go. Okay. And then we should be good, right? Like, this should be everything that we need, I think. We just got to make sure that these guys are spinning the right way. That is right there. That is right there. That is not. Let's go ahead and change that. And then this is not as well. And then we need to make sure this is spinning the right direction. I never know if this is actually working. But let's go ahead and get rid of this guy. Boom. Let's get on top of our new vehicle. Let's get inside. And then we want to make sure that we're... Okay, that is definitely all the wrong direction. That's fine. Let's go ahead and go. Yeah. Oh, dang it, I did the back wheel thing again. Let me fix that real quick. Dang it, I keep messing this up. Okay, so this should actually be a thing now, I'm pretty sure. We might want to build some stairs to get up here. But yeah, I think this is now working. Okay, let me get off this. We're going to actually boost the movement speed, or I guess like the power of this engine real quick. Let's just put it up to 5. We have some big wheels, so it might be worth doing that. Let's just go ahead and do that. And then, yeah, there we go. This is actually much faster. Look at this. Oh, yeah. And then you can see the suspension is actually taking a lot of the bumps and stuff. Unlike before when we had zero suspension, it would just be like flipping the vehicle and stuff. So having suspension is definitely a big thing, and it helps a lot. And yeah, we're definitely a lot more smooth. It's kind of like having a... if you do any like photography with a camera and you have your hand, or you have like one of those little gimbals or whatever the heck they're called that automatically like levels the camera no matter where you move it around, it's kind of like that, which I think is pretty cool. But yeah, look at this, guys. This is definitely really cool. We have our own little vehicle. Now, it is getting a little crazy when it gets super bumpy, but I feel like before we would have already flipped. So yeah, this is definitely working. Now, just for example, let's go ahead and get off this guy. Oh yeah, and if you play with people, you can actually put multiple seats on here and then like have multiple people control different things. So you could produce like a thrusting helicopter flying machine where 2 different people or multiple people can control each corner of the vehicle, and like it would be freaking hilarious. It would be really funny. And then you can do all kinds of crazy stuff. This is just vehicles, guys. Like, there's so many things you can do. Let's go ahead and press this. Let's put it on max. This is probably a bad idea. I can already tell this is... Oh! This was definitely a bad idea. That's a bad idea. Okay, well, that was fun. Anyways, guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and call the first episode there. If you're excited about Scrap Mechanic and want to see me play it in the future, then make sure to go and click the like button. I'd really appreciate it. It would help me out tremendously, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Also, I'm really excited about this game, so I think I am going to probably at least do a few episodes of it, even if people don't like it, just because I think it's really cool, and I'm excited about playing it. And I want to do all kinds of stuff. This is just the tip of the iceberg, so yeah. I will see you guys in the next one.